This is the one you're going to have to watch out for if you're KFF. I think if you can mitigate a lot of the damage that the captain's pumping out, you might be able to pick up some wins. If we look at the standings, I don't know if they've been updated quite yet, but 30 Seconds to Mosh did pick up a single point after playing Flying Solo. I believe it was last night or the night before, as the season started in one of their flex matches. They were able to pick up a single map victory, but did unfortunately lose the other two against Flying Solo. But they're sitting up there in second place early in the season, obviously. But should be pretty cool to see what's going on here in Division D East as the season progresses. You guys know a lot of these players. Born to Shine, been a part of NGS for quite a long time, and should be an interesting match. We do have the map draft taking place, and it looks like Kentucky Fried Falstad did win the old coin toss there, and they elected to go with their map bans of Dragonshire and Braxis Holdout, while 30 Seconds to Mosh went with Battlefield of Eternity and Garden of Terror. So we'll see what we got lined up here for these next maps, as I do believe KFF is going to go with first pick. We'll see what they got going on there. Caster is ready. Players are ready. And we're going to be getting into it. Here shortly on map number 1, we're going to be heading to Infernal Shrines. Infernal Shrines. Heading over to the draft for our very first cast of the season. Excited about it. We do have a doubleheader coming at you tonight. There you heard it. We're off to Infernal Shrines. First pick going over to the side of KFF. We'll see what they decide to go with on their first ban. I'm going to guess they may be kind of targeting the captain here a little bit, but we'll see what their overall game plan is. It's a new season. You never know what could be the meta. Game doesn't change a whole lot these days, obviously. But Stukov banned out. So, yeah, definitely an easy healer to kind of mitigate damage as well as provide some nice CC there. So always a highly contested healer these days. We'll see what 30 Seconds to Mosh elects to ban here with the captain Born to Shine. There is the Dahaka ban, so always a good one on this map with those rotations and a lot of bush stocking available. Second ban going over to KFF, Kentucky Fried Falstad. And who's it going to be? My guess is Johanna. Oh, the Brightwing ban. So focusing on the healers, maybe trying to drown out a pool for one of their healers. And there is the Johanna ban as predicted by yours truly. First pick over to Magic Turtle on the Anduin. Very nice healer. Can save his team. In all kinds of strange situations. Let's see what these next two picks for 30 Seconds to Mosh are going to be. Let's get rid of these logos. They're kind of Blaze and Jaina. Blaze and Jaina. Rocket picking up the Blaze. And, of course, the captain most likely on that Jaina. Two more picks over to the side of KFF. We'll see what they want to counter that with. A lot of CC available. There's Sylvanas for Silverbell. And the Sonya for Conflicted. Sonya's always a good one on this. Gets a lot of value with those skeletal warriors. And the Anubarak band. Sonya's got about a 17% win rate or pick rate and only 44% in all of last season in NGS, which is a pretty interesting one. And now we have the Rhaegar band. So not a whole lot of healers left for the side of 30 Seconds to Mosh. We'll see what they decide to go with. There is the May for Moby 1 and Deckard for Born to Shine. Mr. Kane. Citizen Kane. And last two picks over to the side of KFF. What do they want to round this comp out with? They need a beefy tank, I would imagine. And probably some sort of auto attacker, maybe. Falstad, Kentucky Fried style for Crogton. And the Murden, so double dwarf action. Here's the swap round. Let's see if anyone's swapping around on me. Oh no, last pick. Sorry, we missed one. I told you I was going to be rusty, guys. Come on. Come on now. Hunter X, rounding it out. Game number 1. In this best of 3. Going Deathwing. The Destroyer himself. Now it's swap around time. It's always nice when nobody swaps because it makes my life a lot easier. You don't see it a whole lot in the lower NGS divisions, but you see it all the time in the higher ones. Everyone's good at playing a bunch of different heroes. And that'll do it. That will set up our lineup. 30 Seconds to Mosh versus KFF. As we load into this match, I will bring you my prediction. I think, based on the CC available, I'm going to go with 30 Seconds to Mosh, but that's just completely based on almost nothing, comp alone. But I do say KFF has a pretty scary comp and can stack and get powerful towards the end of the end game. So it's going to be interesting to check this match out. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. 30 Seconds to Mosh. Get a 30 out there in the chat, or KFF in the chat if you think KFF's going to take it. And we are going into our first map on Infernal Shrines. 30 Seconds to Mosh versus KFF. And on the blue team, we have Born to Shine on Deckard, Raka playing the Blaze, the Captain on Jaina, Moby1 on Hunter X, and Deathwing for Hunter X. For the blue-red team, Conflicted on Sonya, Silverbell on Sylvanas, Crogton on Falstad, Honey Badger on the Murden, and Magic Turtle on Anduin. 10 seconds, folks. Let's take a look at these first talent picks. We are going to get the Heat Transfer from the May and the Gathering Storm from Falstad, and we are off. Hunter X drops down in the center just to let people know he is there. And not a single bit of action. What a letdown. One oil slick is all we get. Looks like Sonya is going to depart and head off to do her job in the top lane, and Araka responding in accordance. Key to this map is going to be Honey Badger with his with some nice. Hunter X in trouble here. He does have to watch out. Should be all right overall. Moby1 interrupting those rotations, and already we're seeing a little bit of an advantage on the side of 30 Seconds to Mosh, just getting these rotations and wave clear taken care of. We'll see if we do see any soak missed. Already camp being picked up by KFF. Murden's going to be careful here. He's going to take a little bit of a damage, but nothing too crazy, as Sylvanas is working on this camp here. Experience starting to go slightly to the way of KFF. Camp being picked up in the bot lane. Born to Shine and the captain focusing on that. And there do we see the camp picked up by Sylvanas. Honey Badger taking a little bit of damage out from Moby1 and Hunter X, but nothing crazy. Here goes the camp push from Silverbell in the center lane. They are going to have to respond to the bot lane. We got some quack coming out. Uh-oh, Moby1 takes a lot of damage, is able to escape out of there. I'm not sure if he used Ice Block or not. Now we are seeing the siege camp being picked up by 30 seconds to Mosh. This camp is pushing. They are going to miss some soak here. Raka that gets there in time to pick up that soak. And Sonya focusing the Bruiser camp in the top lane. Should be getting a first objective here in the next minute. Hunter X stuck between a rock and a hard place. Doesn't have to worry about the CC though, and we do see the Bruiser camp being picked up for Sonya in the top lane. Meanwhile, 30 seconds to Moss looking to respond just prior to the activation of the first Infernal Shrine, which is going to be down here in the bottom lane. We are getting an aggressive rotation onto Raka. Here comes Murden in with the Dwarf Toss, but isn't able to connect with that hammer. And Raka out of there safely. 2 seconds for the Shrine to start. We're going to see Moby1 start that thing immediately. We are getting an aggressive push here in the top lane with Sylvanas. They're going to have to be careful. Going to get a lot of value here. And the first Punisher not going to give you a whole lot of value early. Raka's got to watch out. One Dwarf Toss, and he may be dust. Oh, that's it. Honey Badger jumps in there aggressively, is going to get some healing from Anduin, but he's going to go into a Deckard Cain, who almost picks up the kill, but we do see this continue to be focused in the top lane by all members of KFF. Both towers down. The fort's still remaining, and the first objective does go over to the side of 30 seconds to Mosh. So we see a strategy kind of split between both teams. One team electing to push with their Sylvanas value in the top lane, and then the other team focusing on the objective in the bot lane. What you are going to see is this Punisher get deleted pretty quickly, especially as Sylvanas shows up. Both towers down for 30 seconds to Mosh. Conflicted does have to be careful here, and we do see the Punisher deleted. Gets them about equal value, so a good trade overall. Relatively equal experience, and we are seeing Silverbell focus on the siege camp once again. Take a look at some of the talents here. Uh-oh. May getting caught out. Running into the Dwarf Tandem, as they call it. Aggressive rotation coming in from Honey Badger. Will he jump in? No. Smartly backs away. And just some general skirmishing going on here in the bot lane as KFF elects to clear out this camp, preventing their tower from getting any more pressure to it. I'd like to see Hunter X use a little bit more of the global ability of Deathwing. Honey Badger should be alright. He does have his Dwarf Toss still available. Level 10's close for both teams. KFF may be able to pick it up just prior. There we do see the Muradin. Uh-oh. Aggressive engage by all members. Oh, Light Bomb gets stunned out by the Hunter X Siege. One member goes down, Falstad. all 5 members pushing aggressively here in the bottom lane. They might be able to pick up this fort here. And level 10's online for all teams. We are going to see the stay a while and listen from Mr. Kane. Bunker from Blaze. I like that. Ice Wall from May. And then the Bellowing Roar from... Ooh, I do see a Hinterland's Blast, which should be fun. Leap as well. This is going to be an aggressive engage coming out from KFF. We'll see what this is going to look like. What kind of team fights they want to set up here. That self-healing from Blaze, just hard to deal with when you're a Sonya. Uh-oh, aggressive engage onto the back line from Silverball, and that wonderful stay a while from Born to Shine is able to secure the kill. So 2 kills to 1 in the favor of 30 seconds to Mosh. There it is, Pickle Matt with the cheers, as is tradition. What a guy, what a guy. Rocket getting a little bit of extra value. We have 10 seconds out from our very second, if you will. Bruiser Camp being picked up by 30 seconds to Mosh. This fight's going to be pretty important. Going to kind of dictate the rest of this match, I think. Conflicted does have to be careful. 4 members rotating aggressively into the middle. They were able to pick up 9 skeletal warriors. Here comes Falstad flying in, and everyone seems to be kind of just focusing on the objective. We'll see if we get an aggressive engage here by Moby1 or Raka, looking to rotate around. There it is. Hunter X flies in. We'll see if we get the Bellowing Roar coming out. We do not. Slowly but surely. Light Bomb goes out onto Jaina. There goes the Hinterland Blast, followed up by the Leap, and they knew exactly who they wanted to take out in that fight. The captain goes down, and now all hell is breaking loose as Honey Badger's starting to get low. Raka is stuck between 3 players of KFF with Conflicted in on the backline. Moby1 getting low as well. They only need 3 more warriors to get this objective, and I loved that engage there. We had 3 CC follows onto the Jaina. And that is exactly like I talked about early in this match. I want to see KFF focus on the captain, remove her from the fights, the Jaina, and see if they can get some aggressive engages there, which they did, which was awesome to watch. Hunter X does land in on the back line, but he's now got no escape. There goes the Bellowing Roar. Punisher sitting at about 50% health. Moby1 getting low from the Punisher, has to pop Ice Block. There goes that middle fort. Falstad looking to fly into the bot lane as Raka is getting mad value here in the bottom lane. We'll see if Murden's able to sneak pick this out. Here goes Turtle with the auto attack, not going to get there in time. And now Conflicted does have to watch out. Looks like he might just be sacrificing himself to pick up this top fort, which he does. Don't use your ult. Not enough healing there, so they are going to continue to push bot lane. Mind Control goes out onto Blaze, who does have to pop his bunker, but I think this is going to... Oh, Hunter X does fly in to give him some support. The fort is almost down. If this thing goes down, Rocket might have to be careful. Rest of the members rotating in. There goes the Ice Wall. Catches 1 member out. Honey Badger taking a lot of damage. And saved by Magic Turtle. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it out of there with the trait. Yep, it's not going to pop yet, so... The Anduin saved, not enough. And now they do have a 5-4 advantage pushing in this bottom fort. Meanwhile, Sonya heading off to the Bruiser camp in the top lane. This should give 30 seconds to Mosh a free siege camp on the side of KFF. And that is true. 4 kills to 2 in favor of 30 seconds to Mosh. 15 to 15 on the levels. Overall, we've got a fairly even match here. No forts remaining for 30 seconds to Mosh. Just a sliver on this one here, but the middle fort is still there for KFF. So structure-wise, slight advantage over to the side. And here comes level 16s. We'll see if they decide to engage aggressively. Looks like there may not be enough time for them to do that. And we're going to see Deathwing fly off into outer space, as he's known to do. Obi-Wan's got to be careful here. Mind control goes out. 3 by CCs, but follow-up damage coming in from Hunter X is going to be bad news. Light Bomb goes out. Oh, great ice block by the captain. We'll see if he can pick up that healing pot, which he does. And Anduin's going to have to pull Murden out of there. Aggressive engage. They are able to get the Mei right before the shrine. She should be up right in time to at least fight for it. Blaze looking to try to pick off the rest of this fort. It's so close. Will Raka just say, uh-oh. Aggressive engage coming out into the top lane for Raka. He is able to get a nice little scooch out of there. Woo! And not enough CC to secure the kill. And should have a 5v5 battle here in the center. I like this aggressive engage style from both teams. We'll see what we get. Already 6 warriors over to the side of KFF. You're seeing those Deathwing meteorites fall down. That means they're going to look to aggressively engage here shortly. Stun goes out. Murden is able to jump out of there and kind of misses on their ults. Hunter X has got to be careful here. A bunch of damage is going to start going out onto him. Oh, that Hinterland's Blast hitting 3 members. Sonya in on the back line, and now Light Bomb hits 3 members as well. That whiff on the hammer, great ice block once again by the captain, but Conflicted is able to pick her off in the end. Honey Badger looking to continue to engage. We'll see if Silverbell follows it up. There goes 2 members of 30 seconds to Mosh, and that is dangerous for 30 seconds to Mosh. With this Punisher coming up, no bottom fort to speak of. And a level lead now for KFF. 5 kills to 4 in favor of our Kentucky Fried Friends. Mortar Punisher marching down the bottom lane. We've got Conflicted in the top lane, getting some extra soak, trying to get to level 20 as fast as possible. We'll see if Raka responds. We'll see what kind of engage we get off the Punisher jump. The CC chain has been pretty strong, but they elect not to go after the Mei with Ice Block. Raka does get a stun out onto Magic Turtle, followed up by Hunter X. But in the end, everyone seems to be okay. Punisher focusing on the Deathwing. There goes the Deathwing engage, or maybe just a zone. Chasing off members of KFF, but we are going to see the bottom keep. No! Stay up with just a sliver of health. So overall, could have been worse on the defense, but I think KFF is going to want to see that keep go down. The Anduin finish. Last hit. Level 20 is available now for KFF. Let's see what we got going on. Epic Mount. The Crater. Inner Fire for Anduin. A Rewind for Murden. So the CC is going to be hard to deal with. They do need to be careful here. And looks like KFF is just going to elect to kind of back off. Go play the map. Get some camps going. And, you know, let the other team catch up. Two camps for KFF. It's a curse of the caster. I picked 30 seconds to Mosh, and of course. But still, anyone's game. There's going to be a fight over this ever-important camp. Honey Badger scouting out the bush. And now we're going to see an aggressive push in the top lane to try to get this top keep down. There goes the mind control out onto Blaze, followed up by a Murden stun. Stay a while and listen, doesn't connect. Neither does Hinterland Blast. So overall, a lot of ults out. There goes the Water Elemental. We do still have Leap available if they want to aggressively engage with that. As well as Light Bomb. But no, they're just going to play it safe. Elect to get camps, stay together, and see what they can do. 20v20.
A shrine gathers power. You will take it for me.
Infernal Shrine in the center lane coming up here in a few seconds. Let's take a look at some stats real quick. Falstad leading the way for KFF with 38,000 damage. He's rocking 94 on the Gathering Storm. And Hunter X with 38,000 damage. I think KFF has done a pretty good job mitigating the captain on the Jaina. All right. We do have Epic Mount available, but they do need to be careful here because a 3-man stun on the backline could be bad news bears. Oh, we do get a miss on the mind control. 15 warriors over to the side of KFF. Raka engages on Murden. There goes the stun by Sonya. Everyone seems to be disengaging as they're just waiting for Hunter X to start his dive. There goes the leap onto the Born to Shine, and Light Bomb follows up. All the healing going out onto the Deckard. He's able to walk out of there, actually, which is insane. But the back line is just getting tore up by Conflicted. Honey Badger. Raka's going to have to get out of there as well. He might not be able to make it out with that Epic Mount. And this looks like it could be going over to the side of KFF. 2 heroes down for 30 seconds. There goes 3 down for 30 seconds to Mosh. And now Moby1 is also in a bad spot. Does have a little bit of an escape tactic. Oh, and Falstad is able to take down Deathwing as well. So this may be our first game going over to KFF if they're able to get enough damage onto the core. 30 seconds until any members of... Yep, this should be enough. KFF picking up the first map victory. GG's going out. Epic loot dropping everywhere. Gold. All kinds of craziness. All right, there you have it, folks. Leading the way. 41,000 damage for Deathwing on 30 seconds to Mosh, and 52,000 for Falstad on that Gathering Storm build. 9 kills to 4 in favor of KFF. All right, let's head over to the map draft and see where we're at. Kentucky Fried Falstad picking up the victory on the map picked by 30 seconds to Mosh. We'll see what they elect to do on this next map or first pick. Overall, an exciting first map. We had 9 kills to 4, and it kind of snowballed there at the end. Like we talked about, that endgame comp for KFF, feeling pretty good. I like what they did there with the engage, especially in that one fight where they just focused the captain and just blew him up. Or her. I'd like to see maybe an Alteric map pick. But you know what? It doesn't matter. You know why, guys? Because it's season 16 of NGS, week number 1, and I'm excited to be back casting for you guys and bringing you what still remains to be one of my favorite games, Heroes of the Storm. I hope you all can agree. All right, looks like we are going to Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom, the strategy heavy map. Picked by Kentucky Fried Falstad. This one's going to be a fun one. If you are joining us for the first time in stream, thanks. Thanks for joining me. And happy to have you here. Hit that follow button if you don't mind. Get alerted every time I go live. Looking to pick up a lot of games to cast this season and play me some video games for you. Looks like we are getting some bio breaks from both teams, which is a perfect time for you guys to go get one. And a perfect time for this. And we're back. Looks like there may be a secret imposter in the lobby here. We're going to Infernal Shrines. No, we're not. We're going to Towers of Doom. We played Infernal Shrines. If you're just joining us, Kentucky Fried Falstad picked up the victory on the map pick from 30 Seconds to Mosh. It was a great game, but in the end, KFF was too strong with their aggressive engage and objective-focused play. Looks like both teams are almost ready. Oh, looks like people making some changes on me. What do you guys think? If you're 30 seconds to Mosh, what do you got to do to come back from that? It was a relatively close match. I wouldn't say there's any one thing that they lost it on. some of the ults kind of missed in some of the late game fights, but nothing I would, lose too much hope over. We are waiting for a couple more readies from the members of 30 Seconds to Mosh, and we'll be ready to head into map number 2 of this best of 3 series. Looks like everyone's ready. I'm ready. Chat's ready. And we are off to Towers of Doom. Blue team banning first. We'll see just exactly what they want to focus on this time. The Falstad did cause some problems there in that match, so we'll see if they elect to go with that. There it is, the Dahaka band coming on out. Dahaka has a 23% win rate last season in NGS with a 50% or pick rate with a 50% win rate, so somewhere right there in the middle. He does get banned out a lot. Stukov coming out for bans for KFF. I'd imagine Stukov has a pretty high ban rate, if I had to guess myself. Second ban going over to the side of 30 Seconds to Mosh. Stukov has a 22% pick rate with a 37% ban rate. Just all kinds of bans for that man's. The Sonya ban coming out. And a Johanna ban on Towers of Doom.
For the Alliance above all.
Born to Shine going to pick up the Anduin. For the first pick for 30 Seconds to Mosh. We'll see 2 more picks coming out for KFF. Let me know, chat. 30 in the chat for 30 Seconds to Mosh. Or fried chicken. Brightwing and Sylvanas over to the side of KFF. And there's the man in the Speedo himself, Tychus for Sub-Zero. Last pick for this round, Blaze for Dire Pants. Gonna stay on the old Blaze. All right, last round of bans for this second map. KFF elects to ban Jaina. If I had to guess, I would say Jaina probably has a lower win rate than some other heroes. Let's see. 49% win rate last season in NGS. Gets picked 18% of the time. Very rarely is she banned. A lot of mages out there. Nubarak, on the other hand, has seen some bans in his day. He's seen some bans. Love the stats. Nice touch. Yeah, I think it's interesting to see that kind of stuff. I wish there was more tools like it. Falstad being picked up by Krogden and Honey Badger on the Murden once again. Honey Badger on the Murden and Falstad for Krogden again. Last 2 picks for 30 Seconds to Mosh. Moby 1 and Hunter X. Rounding out the draft with Varian and Li Ming. Very nice. Going for that blow-up comp. We'll see if... we'll see if it pays off and what they want to do to try to mitigate that. Conflicted last pick for our friends on KFF. And it's the Urel. Or Yrel, depending on what part of the world you're from. See if we get any map or hero swaps going on just to make my life more difficult. Looks like we're good. And here we go. Off to map number 2, Towers of Doom. Strategy intensive. If you're new to Heroes of the Storm for some reason, and Towers of Doom in general is one of the more unique maps in all of MOBAing, you cannot attack the core. You must channel altars to attack the core for you. So it's an interesting strategic map that requires a lot of communication, and one of the reasons why I think Heroes of the Storm is so good. Here we go, map number 2. All right. Born to Shine playing Anduin. Dire Pants on Blaze. Sub-Zero on Tychus. Moby 1 on the Varian. And Hunter X playing Li Ming. For the red team, Conflicted on Urel. Oh, no. Silverbell on Sylvanas. We'll get this figured out. Let's see. Who remembers how to do this?
4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. We want everyone. Let's see. Magic Turtle on the Brightwing that looks like a Deathwing. Conflicted playing Urel. Honey Badger once again on Murden. Silverbell once again on Sylvanas. And Crocton once again on Falstad. Told you I was going to be rusty. Don't use a MOBA gaming mouse when you're casting Heroes of the Storm. You're going to press a lot of buttons. Hardcore engage going out in the middle, complete opposite of what we saw last match, but no one goes down. All members of all 2 teams are able to make it out of there unscathed. Honey Badger going to get aggressive with his rotations. Murden is weak early game, so we'll see if they kind of focus that. We did see Raka switch out of this game, and Dire Pants playing the Blaze. Urel going to have a much harder time making wave clear work as opposed to Blaze, but the match should be fairly equal when it comes to the solo lane. Especially later on as Conflicted gets a little more juiced up. Here goes the siege camps. What you're going to see all game long is these siege camps being picked up over and over again. Last Malker, thank you. Couldn't remember the hotkey. Both camps being picked up in the bottom lane. We'll see if we get Gathering Storm going again for Falstad, which we do. Already at 18. This time, 3rd win for Murden. Interesting. Pick up a little more healing with that Tychus. Big time engage goes out onto Sub-Zero. Maybe would have got the kill if Silverbell poured it in there, but played it safe, cleared out the camps. And we are going to see Aether Walker from Li Ming as well as Triumvirate. Slight level advantage over to the side of KFF. There goes the engage on to Born to Shine. Follow-up was clean and pristine, and now we're going to get even more engage out. Here goes the 3 altar phase for objectives in 9 seconds. Anduin should be back up in time. We'll see if we get any quick channels going out. We're going to just have both solo laners channel the top 2 shrines or altars. Offlaners usually don't interact much on this map. No, I agree with you. There's other things to focus on, but I do think the team fight potential of KFF is stronger early game, but as soon as Varian starts to get a lot stronger. Uh-oh, Yrel is going to jump out onto the Anduin, but now Conflicted is in a bad spot. Krogden being focused by the frontliners of 30 seconds to Mosh. Awesome 2-man stun by Conflicted there. If you can play Yrel right, it can be a very difficult hero to deal with. There goes the taunt out onto Conflicted. No follow-up, though, unfortunately. Muradin jumps out of Dire Pants' range on the stun, which would have secured the kill, most likely. Still, no one able to channel this bottom shrine. No camps pushing. Magic Turtle is channeling and able to pick up altar number 2. Muradin securing that shrine channel by absorbing Hunter X's attacks, as tanks should do. And now we're going to see more pumpkin heads picked up by both teams. Sub-Zero is getting caught pretty far forward. The Dwarf Toss, unfortunately, doesn't make it over this little haunted house. We do see Seeker being picked up by Hunter X. Does he have the skills to land these things? Is the question. And there's one. I'm going to count them. All right, a 2-altar phase in the top lane is going to make things a little bit interesting, as these two teams have not left the bottom lane, leaving all the soak in the middle and top lane up to their solo laners. We'll see what kind of strategy we get from both of these teams. We are seeing some rotations up. Uh-oh, Dire Pants is getting caught out. Here comes a lot of damage coming out from Silverbell. Honey Badger gets taunted, and now the Tychus damage is going to start coming out, but Brightwing is able to phase shift and help him out. Li Ming, Hunter X on Li Ming, able to channel the altar for them, and Conflicted for KFF, and we are sitting at 28 health to 32 in favor of KFF. This is what you don't want to happen, is to lose any sort of siege that you can mitigate here. Silverbell getting some damage out onto the bottom fort. Taunt goes out onto Muradin. Mind Control out onto Varian. Level 10s available. They do need to be careful. KFF is rocking level 10s with Dire Pants up here in the top lane, trying to get them all tied up. The fort does take about 50% damage. All right, we see Bunker coming out for Blaze. Mighty Gust could make for some interesting plays here. Uh-oh, Moby1 getting aggressive, looking to engage onto the backline. There goes the taunt onto Brightwing, but she's able to cleanse it ahead of time. Very nice play there. And now we see camp focus time. Level 10s, Mind Control, Avatar for Muradin, Blink Heal for Brightwing. Uh-oh. Dire Pants gets caught out with a nice Dwarf Toss blocking the escape there, and takes about 75% of his health. Silverbell does have to be careful. Teleports out of there just in the nick of time. Single altar phase. I'd like to see maybe some
The time is now, heroes.
just delay and stall, but I don't think that's going to happen. 4 free health points gone in favor of KFF. This map is weird, though. You can be losing with 1 health left on your key, or your... Uh-oh, mind controller goes out onto the Blaze, who gets a light bomb to help protect him. He's out of there with just a little bit of health, but he jumps right into a Muradin. Let's see what side he decides to get out of. Can he get enough healing? No, that Falstad hammering finishing him off. Born to Shrine getting focused as well. They do have to be careful here. There goes the root and taunt. Uh-oh. Another member down for 30 seconds to Mosh. This front line is just causing a lot of problems. Tychus not getting all that much value. They were just this close away from securing 2 kills on the back line, but Anduin was able to, or Brightwing was able to cleanse. Taunt goes out on the Muradin, and there you see the Tychus damage doing work. Oh, just the tip misses for Hunter X for that last little bit of damage on Muradin, and that is a big deal. Ector says, I feel like in a lot of cases on this map, if the offlaners are trying to interact with each other, it's the incorrect decision. Yeah, if only a few offlaners can effectively double soak while also scrapping. Yep, you do have to be smart as the offlaner on this map. Otherwise, you can find yourself kind of wasting a lot of time and not being a whole lot of help to your team. We are going to see just 2 uncontested altar channels. 20 health to 28 in favor of KFF. And here we go with the camps. Camp time. This bottom fort still standing strong. Last thing you need to happen is for that thing to go down. All right, we'll see if we get an engage here for this camp. We will not. Excuse me. Oh, so much CC just 2 seconds too late. Mind control goes out onto Born to Shine, but she's able to walk out of there with all of her health. Meanwhile, 2 members of KFF pushing in different lanes. These pumpkins are going to get a little bit of value here. This tower is going to go down. Looks like Dire Pants is going to be able to prevent any further damage. And level 16 is now available for KFF. I'd like to see an aggressive push here in the bottom as they have the level advantage. Uh-oh, taunt goes out onto Yrel, but that ult is going to probably save. That was a very savvy play to not go down there. Ector says that I just confirmed that offlaners don't have to think, which, you know, you said it. You said it, not me. Another 2 uncontested channels and a 3rd in the bottom lane. Mind control goes out onto Dire Pants to be able to get out of there as Falstad flies back in to join the fight. Now we're down to 10 health for 30 seconds to Mosh. They're going to have to make some moves here as they're down a fort in the bot lane. Honey Badger don't like that. He doesn't want them taking that back. Okay. I'd like to see a Mighty Gust here. Oh, taunt goes out onto Falstad. Light Bomb is just a little bit too late. Excellent cleanse from the Brightwing. Phase shift goes out on the Honey Badger just to get him topped off. And meanwhile, all this time, 5-4, that fort is able to... Oh, no. Tychus damage going out. The gust saving Muradin. It's like no matter what they do, they just can't seem to secure the kill. But Tychus is going to start doing some extra damage. 83 in the rhythm. Stacks. Down to 10 health on the core for 30 seconds to Mosh. They're going to have to make an aggressive play here. They're going to lose another middle fort. Moby 1 gets the taunt out onto Murd, and there goes the damage, what they were looking for, that blow-up comp. Meanwhile, Conflicted does have to pop his ult to get out of there. He's getting low, and there goes the 3 reset kill for 30 seconds to Mosh. I would have liked to see them hold off on that, get this tower back, but I can't blame them for trying to just get things moving in their favor. All right, we're going to see an aggressive push for the boss. Still 30 seconds for 3 members of KFF. This is how you get back into this game on this map. Four shots onto the core for 30 seconds, and now we're at 10-18. Fort being recaptured here in the middle lane, but the never-ending battle of rotating and trying to get your forts recaptured only to lose another one in another lane is just how this game goes on this map. All right, level 20 is available. Mind Control does go out onto Moby 1's Varian. He's able to get out of there with an Anduin save. They're still about a level behind for level 20. 2 Alter Phase coming out with enough damage out there to end this fight. Oh, the Mighty Gust goes out onto 4 members. Oh, the Light Bomb isn't enough to save him, and there goes 2 members of 30 seconds to Mosh. That Gust, that's just level 20s right there. That sums it up and sums up this game. Just when you think you got things turned around. Ooh, the Mind Control does go out, and oh, Silverbell getting super low, but able to escape out of there. 5 health points left for 30 seconds to Mosh. Muradin just beating down on Hunter X, and all 5 members go down. That is going to do it. Just when you think things are turning in your favor, the game's over. Towers of Doom, and KFF gets the 2-game sweep. Did not see that coming. Let's take a look at some statistics. We've got Li Ming rocking 55,000 damage, but in the end, just not enough, not getting enough kills to make it matter. And then once again, Falstad 3-0 with 43,000 damage. Excellent match for Krogden overall. And that is going to be it for map number 2 and week number 1 for these 2 teams in Division D East. Kentucky Fried Falstad picking up the 2-0. That'll put them up into first place for now in the standings for Division D East. That'll put them just above Flying Solo with 3 points. A lot of flex matches coming in. Still early in the season, obviously, but, you know, we like to speculate here at The Stroke Gaming. And so I think that basically secures their ticket into the playoffs. You know what I mean? All right, let me see if I can get someone in here from KFF to, come do a little interview. A little tiny interview. Give me a few seconds to get that set up, and while I do that, you guys can just take a look at the standings. All right, we're gonna have Conflicted joining us here shortly. Let me see if I can get. Hey, what's going on, Conflicted? Let me see if I need to fix some things to make sure that everyone can hear you on the stream. Let's see here. Gonna want to change my input. There we go. All right, how's that? How we feeling after that match? Very nice. Yeah, it was. And looks like people aren't hearing you. Damn it. One sec. Technology, am I right? All right. There we go. I think we're good to go. So feeling pretty good. Yep. We maybe perhaps. Yes. Nope. Still don't got you. One sec. Discord's being weird. I agree, and that's why this is happening. Okay, I figured out the problem. OBS was the problem. All right, now test.
Test.
There we go. So welcome, welcome,
right.
and congratulations on your 2-0 week number 1, season 16. How's it feel?
Thank you. Feels good. All
Nice.
of our pre-season flopping is at least we got a good start in the season.
Yeah, very nice. It was fun to watch, honestly. Let's talk about map
Good.
number 1 on Infernal Shrines. You guys had a very kind of late, what I kind of defined as a late game bloomers, and just talk a little bit about your strategy there.
Our strategy was to pick Sonya for Leap and to pick Sylvanas because she's Sylvanas, and then we basically built around that. And we were like, well, let's test the waters. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it was cool to watch, especially with that blow up that you had with the Hinterlands Blast, and you guys all changed your CC on that. I think it was the second shrine fight. I thought you guys did a great job there.
Yep. Shout out to Krogdon for the his very last second choice on Hinterland Blast.
Yeah,
he didn't bother informing his captain he was going to do that. No, I'm just kidding.
He's gonna have some. He's gonna have some explaining to do.
No, it was just like, well, you need like 8 kills now.
So who did you play in the first map?
I was Sonya.
You were Sonya. Okay, offlaning.
Yeah.
Or were you offlaning with? Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Well, very cool.
Offlaning against the Blaze. Both maps they pick Blaze actually.
Always
just
a fun time.
Different players on it. Yep.
Well, cool. Conflicted. I can't get this thing. I'm trying to get my bearings about me with streaming again. It's been a while. I took all of last season off, no casting, but
no worries.
Let's move into map number 2. You guys picked Towers of Doom. Is that kind of a map that you like to go after?
We do like Towers of Doom. To be completely honest, we're we're not settled on exactly what is great or not for us yet, but we were just like, Towers of Doom. Yeah, we like Towers of Doom, right? And then I heard no objections, so we went.
Very nice.
Yeah,
well, how many
yeah.
seasons have you been after NGS? How much have you spent playing?
Well, I personally have played for 3 seasons, maybe something like that, and then I most of my team has played about the same or longer. We do have at least one new to NGS player. So we're but for this particular team, like bringing Kentucky Fried Falstad together, this is the first season.
Very cool. Yeah, I love what NGS has got going for it with these amateur matches. It's cool to see
Oh, it's
people who
great.
don't spend all day every day playing the game duke it out.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So
Yeah,
what do
it's so
you
fantastic.
what are you thinking about moving forward? You got other flex matches to do. You gonna just go out and celebrate hard tonight, or you're gonna get back into the books and see who's next on the old lineup?
Yeah, we actually have a match tomorrow, so we're double headers this week. So I'm gonna wake everybody up at 6 a.m. and we're gonna go to boot camp and do
There we go.
the HOTS version of bear crawls or something like that. And then
Yeah, there we go. I think that would be defined as maybe you go into ARAM and you're not allowed to pick the players. Only your teammates get to pick who
oh
you get
yeah,
to play. There you go.
yeah. Also, have to turn away from the screen to play
Yeah, perfect.
and do
Very
it by
nice.
audio cues only.
Well, Conflicted, thanks for joining us tonight. I'll give you the last little bit as I'm trying to get things figured out to actually display your name correctly. But throw out any
Yeah, no
shout-outs
worries.
or what you wanna
Yeah,
leave.
mostly just shout out to you. Thanks for picking up the cast. Always love to see. I guess you're not a new caster, but you're new to me because I only started casting this season or last season.
Very nice.
So I haven't seen any of your casts yet, but I'm just super thankful to everyone who gets out there and puts in that, like, because it is a little bit of a curve in the beginning to get the casting going.
Yeah,
But
oh yeah.
I think it's a lot of what makes this league fun, right? This is just like everyone can enjoy watching and playing together, and it kind of knits everything together nicely. So yeah, just shout out to you and thanks for doing it.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. I'll pick up you guys anytime I can find you.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Conflicted. Congratulations once again. Good luck with the rest of the season, and enjoy your victory, and good luck getting back there on the grindstone.
Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
All right. See you, man. There you have it, folks. Conflicted from Kentucky Fried Falstad picking up the 2-0 against 30 Seconds to Mosh. Excellent match we saw there. If you're just joining us, I've got a double header lined up. Let me see who I've got next. Let me show you kind of the final standings of that game or that match. And if you're in there hitting that follow button, you guys rock. Thank you very much. All right, the 2-0 for KFF, our Kentucky Fried friends. Is Falstad actually fried, or is it just the bird? That's what I want to know. And is it original, extra crispy? What's going on? All right. Let us get our next match set up. I'll shoot you guys over to a BRB screen while I get things set up, and looking to have the rest of you guys join us here shortly.